But now question is, how far do the bulls take this for the shorts to get squeezed out of their trades? They essentially have to buy back. They will be adding more fuel to the fire. Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. Sean and I will never, ever contact you for investment opportunities or anything of that sort. To get in touch with the real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there, and remember, do it Mango. And hello, my good people. Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin and Axie Infinity analysis video. I like saying that. I feel like Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond. No, I'm just kidding. So unfortunately, guys, I do not have Sean with me today because, well, he's still out on some important work outside of Mango. But hopefully he'll either be joining us tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, then possibly the day after. Well, someone's got to do life right outside of Mango. Eat the frog, eat the frog. So it's him this time around. Now I'm going to be bringing you your daily dose of mango juice. So on today's agenda, guys, we are going to be first starting off with Bitcoin. We did close a 2-day candle and of course a daily candle, duh. But we're also, all of this price action, guys, what you need to understand is leading into the next monthly close, which we close in about 3 to 4 days, give or take. Okay, so these are going to be very, very important developments that we're seeing unfold on the chart. Quite a few interesting things to discuss, especially with the pattern plays that we have, you know, playing out right now, and they're all going to have cascading effects. So we'll be going over that, and only then will we be jumping on over to the altcoin of the day, which is Axie Infinity. And why Axie? Because, well, Axie won the popular vote. Now remember, guys, if you want us to cover any of the altcoins that you are looking at, take this opportunity, pause the video if you have to, just go ahead, hit the pause button, get down to the comment section and tell us which altcoin you want us to cover. Now this guy right here, Ans, he's like, why you don't do analysis on BNB? Buddy, popular vote wins, okay? So even if you have to share this video with your friends to get them to vote, go ahead and do so, because the popular vote wins. And the altcoins, guys, are beginning to look very, very interesting here as well, right? So yeah, take this time, vote for your favorite alt, and then when you're scrolling back up, make sure to hit that like button because that helps us out tremendously. Now getting on over to the chart, Bitcoin, I had Bitcoin here on the 12-hour time frame. I just want to give a big shout out to Tan Swan from the Mango Seed program, who pretty much called this move after seeing this 12-hour close. He noticed that the close was in line with the high there, and he says, you know what, Bitcoin is going to start ticking up, and that's exactly what it did. We're currently, right now, we're testing that 40K region. That was the next major point of resistance that we had over us. Now, question is, do we break? Do we see continuation or do we see rejection on this point? And if I have to be honest with you, okay, if I just go on over to the daily time frame, guys, just look at this daily close. This daily close was freaking powerful. Once again, notice, I want you to notice the composition of these candles, right? When you're seeing that close, the candle close so close to the high, it means that there were not a lot of sellers there. People were willing to come in at that price. People were willing to be buyers at that price, which is telling me that the bulls still have a bit more oomph in them, right? So this candle wasn't really surprising, the fact that we actually saw price tick up immediately after, right? The fact that this daily candle is turning out to be a green candle. But here's what I'm going to be looking for from the bulls now, okay? What you guys need to understand is that this 40K region is a very, very important region of resistance for Bitcoin. If I just zoom out of this picture, I want you to notice that ever since we broke down, every test of the 40K region has been met with resistance. All right, we have yet to breach 40K ever since we dumped to the downside, ever since we dumped from that 60K region. Okay, so this is going to be very, very, very important. As soon as the bulls manage to start closing candles over 40.5K, I'm saying further up we go. Okay, now I know that some people are looking at the edge to edge on, say, the 2-day cloud. I'm going to go ahead, pull up the 2-day cloud right here. And you know what? That's going to be a very, very clean edge to edge. But I'll also be expecting price to get all the way back up to the breakdown point. Now, remember, guys, the breakdown point came in at around 47.5K, going all the way up to that 48K region. Right, I'll be expecting price to get up there as soon as we start closing candles over that 40K region. 40K, guys, is going to be very important. Okay, so I'll be looking for how price closes relative to 40K on the 12-hour time frame as well as the daily time frame. I want to start seeing consecutive candle body closes over that region. But now, question is, how far do the bulls take this for the shorts to get squeezed out of their trades? Because let's not forget, when the shorts close out their positions, they essentially have to buy back. They will be adding more fuel to the fire, okay, the fire that is already being set in by the bulls with this current move to the upside. Okay, they're going to be adding more fuel to that fire right now. As soon as they start getting liquidated, as soon as they start closing out their positions, they're essentially gonna have to buy back their positions. Alrighty, so I'll honestly be keeping a very, very keen eye out on how we react off of 40K. Right now, I do believe that, you know, while the price action on the daily as well as the 12-hour time frame is bullish, this is still important. This is still a very, very important region of resistance overhead. I will be looking for consecutive candle body closes over 40K, even if it means on the 4-hour time frame, guys. Okay, so far on the 4-hour, I think price has been reacting extremely well. Just look at this candle. In fact, there was no wick low on this. Right, the open was in line with the low. Bull stepped in, taking price up. The high, like, oh my god, this was such a bullish freaking candle. Okay, so the bulls are clearly in control even on the lower time frames. Alrighty, so watch out for how price, even on the 4-hour time frame, reacts off of 40.5K. We start seeing consecutive candle body closes. The next region of contention will come up to around 43.2K. Now, who can tell me where we're getting that level from? Think back to our video from yesterday as well as day before. I brought up a beautiful pattern play to your attention, which was right here. Allow me to just zoom out of this picture, get on over to the daily time frame, and this is the pattern play that I brought up to your attention. Right, we saw that beautiful double bottom like formation. While it is an untidy pattern, it's not the best, but it does have the psychology as well as the volume profile to support it. And if I just plot it on the break, where does that take Bitcoin up to? 43.4K. All right, that is going to be the next major region of contention I look for Bitcoin to get up to. Okay, in the more immediate time frames. This is once, of course, we have breached that 40K region. Once we start living over 43.5K, I'm saying further up we go, all the way back up to the breakdown point, which comes in at 47.5K, going all the way up to $48,000. Alrighty, and this is another thing that Sean brought up to your attention, is that all of these things, guys, they're all going to have cascading effects on over to each other, because us getting up to 43.5K is also going to start setting in, or start activating a much larger W-like formation to the upside. Okay, the measured move to this takes us all the way up to, I believe, $51,000. So keep your eyes peeled on how the trend really continues on those lower time frames, because let's not forget our main lesson from trend analysis, right? It's the fact that when a trend is established, it first starts from your lower time frames, and then you see those cascading effects on over to your higher time frames. That's how the trend moves. So that's essentially what we want to see. As soon as Bitcoin starts breaking its lower time frame trend, like right now, this is the daily time frame. Let's quickly get on over to the 4-hour time frame, because look at this. Okay, so the trend right now, guys, is running on the 4-hour time frame. For as long as we maintain this 4-hour uptrend, Bitcoin is looking great. Okay, the Bitcoin bulls are in control. For us to lose this 4-hour uptrend, we essentially have to lose this wick low right here, which comes in at around 37,300. And I want you to notice how losing that wick low over here would also mean losing the 21 EMA as well as the Tenkin to the downside. Okay, at which point the next major region of contention comes in at 36,000, going all the way down to the Kijun at around $35,000. All right, so keep it. It's going to be a very if this then that situation. I do believe that Bitcoin is sort of in a very, very tiny zone of price action. Okay, this was a zone of resistance that I drawn out for you guys day before yesterday, which came in at from $40,000, 40.5K, going all the way down to 39.4K. Okay, so for as long as we're oscillating within this region, I think the bulls actually stand a chance to breach 40K to the upside. At which point, buckle the hell in, because it's going to start getting very, very exciting very fast. Now, this is what Bitcoin is doing on those lower time frames. As far as the higher time frames are concerned, let's quickly get on over to the weekly time frame. Okay, because there are some interesting things happening on the weekly. I'm going to switch off all my horizontals. I want you to notice what we're doing here relative to that 21 EMA, guys. Currently, price is hovering over the weekly 21 EMA. And it's usually the 21 EMA that I look at to really determine whether or not we're swinging bullish or we're swinging bearish on the macro scale. Okay, right now, while this candle has not closed, this is beginning to tilt bullish. Okay, on the weekly time frame, we're threatening to take out the 21 EMA. As soon as we start closing candles over the 21 EMA, which, by the way, comes in at around 39.4K, I'm saying further up we go to test the breakdown point, which is also pretty much the Tenkin at around 46,666. Alrighty, so it's going to be an if this then that, but the bulls look like they have a bit more oomph in them. So let's not forget that while this is the weekly, we're also approaching a monthly close, and the monthlies, look at this monthly, my goodness. Ugh. The monthly is looking great. Like, how can you not be bullish on this candle, right? So look at the sell-off that we had, like just the beginning of the month, Bitcoin was looking like absolute crap. And now we've not only taken back the Tenkin and the Kijun, we've also taken back the 10 SMA, another region of support that we were looking to defend on the monthly. And price is currently living over that region as well. In fact, I think the most bullish picture for Bitcoin would be for us to close over this wick high right here, which comes in at around 41,300. Okay, but so far I think even the monthly closes anywhere like this, I think it's looking good. I think we're likely going to see another sort of move to the upside on the monthly as well. So keep your eyes peeled on this chart. As far as immediate targets are concerned, get on over to the daily time frame. Here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the first target to the upside coming in at 43.4K. We start breaching 43.4K, then all the way up to the breakdown point, which comes in at around 47.5K, going all the way up to that 48K region. Okay, as far as downside targets concerned, I also want you to notice how we have cloud support, daily cloud support swinging in at around 39.5K. We start closing candles, even if I see 12-hour candles underneath that 39.5K region, I will be looking for another move to the downside. Okay, possibly coming in at 36.1K, going all the way down to the Tenkin and the Kijun. Okay, I want you to notice what's happening there. That comes in at around $35,000. All right, but with the current volatility on the chart, I'm saying we have a good chance, if that's of course contingent on us actually breaking 39.5K to the downside, I'm saying there's a good chance of another test at $36,000. All right, that's the major level that I will be keeping my eyes peeled on. But right now, I think Bitcoin bulls on the lower time frames are in control. All right, now it really boils down to whether or not they're able to maintain that control. Shorts are going to be in trouble as soon as we start breaking 40K. Shorts are going to be in severe trouble. Remember, guys, when the shorts start closing their positions, they're essentially going to be adding more fuel to the fire as far as the move to the upside is concerned. All right, they're going to be adding to that bullish momentum when they buy back their positions. Do not forget that. So make sure you're on the right side of that, because those moves, guys, are going to be volatile moves to the upside. All right, when there are liquidations as well as buy orders going off, I want you to notice how this entire zone here, that was a very volatile zone for Bitcoin. Right? I will not be surprised if it's just going to be one big cascading sort of move to the upside. And this is not going to be in any ordinary range from where price is at right now. Or let's even just be a bit more critical with these levels. From this region of resistance, say we breach resistance at 40K, we get a nice retest and we're able to catch a trade on there. from that region all the way up to the first 43K region, that's a good 7%. But if price sees that cascading flow on over to the breakdown point, that's going to take us all the way up to $48,000, and that's going to be a good 20% to the upside. 20%. That is not a trade that you want to be sitting on the wrong side of. Okay, so be careful, watch out for how price reacts off of its major points of resistance overhead, and have your invalidation points in place at all times. Right now, I think it's a squeeze between $40,000 going all the way up down to 39.5K. Okay, so these are our immediate targets on Bitcoin's chart. Things are beginning to look very interesting. The bulls are about to have some time in the sunshine. So now this is what Bitcoin's up to. Let's quickly get on over to Axie Infinity. Now guys, remember, if you want us to cover any of the altcoins that you are looking at, take this time to get down to the comments section and tell us which altcoin you want us to cover. And of course, the popular vote wins. So here we have Axie USDT. AXS US. Wow. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, so this is the daily time frame. Let's get on over to the weekly. Okay, the weekly is not the best, not much price action. The alts, my friends, they're beginning to look very, very interesting here. Okay, so let's mark out the more immediate regions of support and resistance, shall we? I mean, it's sort of moot here for Axie because this thing is in price discovery, unless, of course, there's another chart that I am not aware of that has more price history. If there is another chart that you guys look at with additional price history, let us know, because that will help us dissect the chart better. So, price discovery, my friends. Price discovery for Axie USDT. Okay, cloud is green, bullish TK cross. We're currently trending on the 21 EMA. This is the 2-day time frame. Let's get on over to the 4-hour. Perhaps that is marking out the trend even better. All right, so we had a beautiful bull flag here. Right, I'm just gonna mark that out for you. And then we had a break of that bull flag. Here's what I'm gonna be looking for Axie in order for me to anticipate any continuation to the upside. Okay, I'll be looking for Axie to essentially take out this wick high right here. This comes in at around $50.50. We start living over $50.50. I'm saying further up we go. This is officially in price discovery. I do not know how high it can really go from here. It's just about assessing whether or not the trend actually sees continuation, or do we see another sort of pullback. Right? If there is a pullback, and a severe one at that too, severe enough for it to change trend, I'll essentially be looking for Axie to take out this wick low right here. Now this comes in at around $35, and I think it's just going to be prudent to have your invalidation points in place, especially if you're someone playing Axie on those lower time frames. Okay, have it in place, because say from where price is at right now to that $35 region, that's like a 25% to the downside. That is not profits that you want to be giving back to the market so easily, right? So if you're playing this on the lower time frames and you're sort of assessing the trend, assess the trend based on whether or not price is doing something different. So for me, what I'll be looking for is if price starts breaking that 21 EMA to the downside, I want you to notice how ever since Axie actually started this uptrend where it put in that beautiful bull flag, we lost the 21 EMA once right here, but we failed to get that confirmation. Remember, when Mango looks for confirmation, we're looking for consecutive candle body closes underneath a major region of support that we have now lost, right? Which has now turned into resistance. What happened here is that while we lost 21 EMA, we failed to get that confirmation because the next candle was a bullish engulfing candle, taking out all two levels that we lost, right? Which was the Tenkin as well as that 21 EMA. And price after that held the 21 EMA as support underneath us. So what I'll be looking for, honestly, is for price, for this to really get a bearish tilt, I'll be looking for price to have two consecutive candle body closes underneath the 21 EMA, at which point I'll be looking for price to actually get down to the Kijun, which will also mean us losing the wick low right here. Okay, coming in at around $35. Always when you're looking at trends, guys, right, if you're seeing an established uptrend or downtrend and you are on the right side of the trade, you're sitting flush in profits, look for signatures on those charts. Okay, because oftentimes, especially the newer charts, even Bitcoin for that matter, even Bitcoin has like some key signatures that you can find, and those signatures can tip you off on whether or not things are changing for the side that is in power. Okay, so right now for Axie Infinity, it's the bulls that are in power. If things change, look for the signature to break. Okay, the signature breaking in this case, at least according to me, would be us losing that 21 EMA. I want you to notice, however, every time Axie actually starts trending to the upside, it uses the 4-hour 21 EMA as an amazing guide, right? We broke once right here. This is when we got 2 consecutive candle body closes. We broke once. We got a retest of the 21. Very, very clean retest. Price failed to break back above the 21 EMA, and we saw an immediate continuation to the downside. Now, how much was this trade? What was this trade right here? Right? This was a good 37% to the downside. That saved you 37% in losses, or saved you 37% of your profits that you did not give back to the market. Right? At the end, it's about preserving your equity. It's about preserving the profits that you make, because that's profits that you can add to your equity. Suddenly, you're sitting with an even better buffer. You're able to get into your trades with a lot more confidence. You'll be surprised as to how much all of that can add to your trading psychology as well. Okay, so do not be giving back your profits so nonchalantly to the market. So as far as Axie goes, guys, look for the 4-hour uptrend to stay intact. For that, I'll be looking for the 21 EMA to be held. Okay, keep it very simple, very, very easy for yourself. Now, yeah, I mean, this is all I have for you for Axie. It is in price discovery, unless it has another chart that I'm not aware of, but this is in price discovery. So just look for the trend to be maintained, and you will be golden. Now, this is all I have for you for today, guys. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao.